Hello there. I've decided to have an extremely amusing, what do you call it, like that freeze image thing. Okay, so this is a poem that is untitled, and it's about my experiences with summer, I guess. And for some reason, I cannot seem to read this correctly. Oh, and also, I apologize for the horrible lighting, and I'm not wearing my glasses because it reflects the horrible lighting in an extremely blinding manner. But yes, so sorry if I don't look at the camera. I can't even tell what it is, honestly. Alrighty. Without further blah blah blahing. And so someone gave as much as they got because so very many people are scared. But in having to see this person again, my mother gasps my cool words like her frigid glares. But he tastes honey on sweet rolls and watches stars in fluorescent light and found his biggest fright not in his waking fears, but the tales and the terrors that found their way into his vocal cords at night when no one could run fast enough, and like the friend of my sister became my other sister, and I didn't answer the door to see her Halloween prank mask because she worried, what if her sister's anxiety gets the door? And answering the doorbell's persistence, I couldn't. It scared me too. And nights of hiding under a blanket from the monster his screams set free became nights where my other sister was my only sister, and texting created a party of three. Because if my friends are smart and she's merely witty, what more than a sister could she be? And then raising a glass of tea to the nights I don't want to sleep, because I don't know if it's a cicada year, because I have heard them twice, which is 3 times too many for my years, when the grasshoppers ate the crops and it was springing. Nightmare, the screams that boil from his mouth, the absurdity that gives him night terrors, because he is my forest boy, and I was once a child of the forest when I, too, was once a child, though they say I'm young. Like the drowning blues and purples of murk and the clouding lake's murk that caught my feet as a child forced to swimming up and down the solemn rows that my fingers tingle, cold computer nights to come, where my room is lit only by white frost chills settling down in my hair, my clothes. The typewriter has jammed again and I can't feel my fingers. Cold like the mornings of Tennessee mountains where we could only wear shorts because it was blues and whites and Amazons and Valkyries, and I love the tribal strength women, but not the cursing sea of angered turtles, like the screams at night, nights when I spy in my life because I can't find what I'm looking for, but I love the absurdity of it all. It's all so absurd. And it might be a cicada year, but I hear crickets and fireflies have their time, which coincided with my bare feet and the swing, and the people who I could bear to spend time with because it was no chore. When Spanish and German watched German's TV, and she was marvelous. When North-born South and German-born American couldn't go to sleep before 2, and I struggled to stay up so late in the wake of the crickets and his monster screaming because she wasn't as witty as she is brilliant, and we cried on each other's shoulders and took trains through I Spy in chocolate because I could feel the fat trickle, and I cried, one day I will be a skeleton, and I shall die without ever finishing this book, without hearing the next summer of what could be a cicada year, because 9 months doesn't happen all at once, and because surely she is my sister too, and quiet I am loud, because a cell phone is brave, but eye contact is braver, and he smothered his screaming like appalled responses, because I give what I got even if my sisters and my brothers are afraid, because it takes us all a few tilting, whirling summers to say that someone strikes a mind like a match, and Earth orbits so slow like we'll never be able to run with her, and we will take another trip around the sun. And that concludes that.